you wanna get right?
Clean these Serrano peppers, cut them up, and again dehydrate them. One of the things that I wanted to go over a little bit was how to clean these. Make sure that they're clean before you dehydrate them and store them. So what I do is generally use the bleach, clean all the surfaces, make sure that the sink is clean, the rag is clean, the brush is clean, the cutting board is clean, and I usually use about 3 tablespoons of bleach for every gallon of water when I clean the surfaces. I've seen some mixed comments about whether you should use bleach to clean raw fruits and vegetables. I don't know. I've seen some information that apple cider vinegar can take some of the pesticides and the bacterias off of fruits. So that's what I do. So I'll clean the surfaces with the bleach and then soak the fruits and vegetables in the sink for 5 or 10 minutes in probably 3 tablespoons of the apple cider vinegar per gallon of water. So that's what I'll do. I'll fill up the sink and add the apple cider vinegar, the 3 tablespoons, to about a gallon of water, and let these things soak for about 10 minutes before I cut them up and dehydrate them. Alright, so the apple cider vinegar is in here. I used 3 tablespoons, and I'll just let these soak and kind of move them around in here a little bit to loosen up any dirt, any pesticides, and just let them soak for a few minutes and then rinse them off in cold water. Kind of my thought process on it is, people drink apple cider vinegar and they don't drink bleach, so it makes more sense that you'd use something natural in fruits and vegetables. It's been mentioned that just regular tap water will remove 90% of the potential contaminants on fruits and vegetables. So even if this does just a little bit, it's certainly worth it to give it a try. Something a little more natural than throwing bleach on fresh fruits and vegetables. If you've got cantaloupes, things with hard surfaces, you can do the same thing and just use a brush to kind of scrape the surfaces before you even cut into it. It prevents the knife from cutting through the skin and leaving contaminants on the fruits, vegetables, things like that. So makes sense to me. That's how I do it. So I'll let these soak for about 10 minutes and then we'll chop them up, dehydrate. Alright, finished soaking these in the apple cider vinegar in the cold water for about 10 minutes. Rinsed them off under cold water. Used my hand, invigorated the water, make sure that everything was off, and then rinsed them, of course. Made sure that the knife was cleaned when I wiped off all the surfaces with the bleach, and then I'll take each of the chilies, cut the tops off, cut the bottom off, save those for the compost, and then cut them up into small slices. A couple of important things that I forgot to mention before now is, of course, cut off any brown spots, anything that looks strange on fruits and vegetables, even before you dehydrate them. The other thing is cutting up hot peppers can certainly make your hands feel like they're on fire. So one of the things that I do is instead of using gloves, I'll just put a layer of Crisco oil on my hands, just to A little bit of a natural glove is how I envision that. So it washes right off, and it keeps any of the juices from the peppers from soaking in and burning later. Alright, I'll load these up into the dehydrator and bring you back. So I washed the dehydrator out the same way I washed the countertops off. This is about 1 pound of the Serrano Peppers, and it filled 1 tray. One of the things that I've noticed in the past is that when these dry, the seeds will fall out and just fall into the bottom of the dehydrator. So what I do now is put a piece of parchment paper in the tray below to catch any of the seeds, and then I save those and grind them up in the powder that I eventually make. So this should take about 4 hours, I would guess, to finish, and then I'll grind them up and put them on eggs. Usually makes them delicious. So thanks for watching.
Do we want to get rocked?